Welcome to DVC Alumni, where every story inspires the next. The Alumni podcast where you get to hear the inspiring stories and transformation that DVC has had to offer its alumni. And now, on with the episode.
And we are live. And why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. My name is Alexa Hinojosa Hernandez. I'm 19 years old, and I'm a student here at DVC.
Excellent. So let's talk about how you got here to DVC. Let's start with, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Mexico. I was born there, and I spent around 16 years of my life there. Then in 2021, I just, life happens, circumstances brought me here. And yeah, I came here. I recently, was my birthday, July, and then I came here in August. So yeah, I was 16 years old first.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So what was it like showing up here in the United States? I mean, did you have any kind of inkling what it was going to be like, or?
Yeah, I had a lot of expectations. I was like, oh, it's going to be like High School Musical. I was like, okay, it's going to be like the movies. I had a lot of expectations and dreams. I was like, okay, so I'm going to be there. I'm going to be a cheerleader. I'm going to just go everywhere, places, meet a lot of friends. And then I came here and I was like, no.
Okay.
No, it's not going to happen.
So you're telling me it wasn't like High School Musical?
It wasn't at all. At all. Nothing similar.
Okay. Yeah. So where did you end up landing? I mean, where did you go?
I came here at Conquer.
Okay.
Straight Conquer. I came in August, so I ended up starting school at September, beginning September. I went to YV, Ikasu Valley.
So did I.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
But yeah. I joined them when I was in my senior year. So it was kind of hard to jump out there. Because, there's a lot of groups already made, people that know each other since kindergarten. And it's okay, so I'm basically new. And all of people already had plans to where to go to college and what to do. And I was just there, just by myself. Yeah.
So you just kind of showed up and was like, oh, wow. Okay. So you talk a little bit more about that, because I mean, that must have been because you didn't have any friends, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so how did you work on integrating yourself in?
So at YB was a ELD class, English learning, second language learning. So I was put in those classes, and it was kind of all students speak Spanish there. So I was just there with them, and I was kind of comfortable because all of them speak Spanish. So I did not speak English or very well. But I didn't want to be there because I feel I was segregated. Because, other people had regular classes, and we were the group that just were there, taking just 2 classes and all the time together. So it was kind of hard to just figure out how to build a relation with other people. Because we were I really did want to learn English fast. So I was this place is not going to be for me if I wanted just to grow up. So it was hard to make friends at the very beginning, because it was no, but I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody. It's I just came from a transitions where so it was pandemic, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then it was a 1.5 years where I had to no contact with people at all. It was just online classes. And then when I came here, it was okay, you just go and just talk with people and do the things you already did in the past. But it was other country, other language, other culture, different things. And I was trying to just do right on relate with people, on how to connect with them. So being in those classes were really hard, because I was how am I supposed to get out of here if I just know these people? So there was a test that you had to do to just get out of those classes to get in the regular classes. Mm-hmm. So I passed those classes, and on my senior year, it was where I could go any other classes. So there I was like so afraid of speaking with people because I didn't know like speak English. I did like understand and everything, but I was so afraid to talk with people because I was like, they're gonna make fun of me, or they're gonna say like, she's not from here, so it's like they're gonna just point at me and say like, oh, you're not, like you don't belong here, basically. And then I started to like talk to more people, to the professors. I was like, okay, if I talk to the professor, maybe they can connect me with like students and I can make new friends or something like that. I thought that. And it wasn't like, my afraid was like a lot that I couldn't like just meet people because I was so insecure, so afraid. Like I feel so vulnerable that people know me like that. Because, you know, if you see me, they're going to say like, oh, she, of course, grew up here and all that stuff. And it wasn't like that. Yeah.
Well, and it's gotta be tough. I've traveled internationally a little bit, and English is my first and only language. And so if I get dropped in some place where that is not the first language, it's a struggle.
Yes.
And so I can certainly feel your pain because I can't even blunder my way through anything terribly sophisticated. And especially you stick a menu down, like I sit in a restaurant and there's this menu in some other language and I don't know most of the words. And it's just like, okay, what am I looking at? So how did you work your way through that? Were you able to get through that at YV?
I will say not completely. It was so hard, and like you're high school there, so sometimes kids there are a little bit mean, a little bit no, they don't get it. They don't get the vibe.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like so afraid that I would get pointed out to being the girl just there. So I didn't do that much. On my senior year, I remember I wanted to do a lot of things, but I couldn't because I was like late. I was already I joined on junior year, so I was already late for some things, some activities. And in my senior year, I was like, and this is enough. Like, I just don't gonna do anything. Just like I wait until college. I tried to join clubs and like to go places to meet people, but it wasn't worth it.
Really?
Yeah, because I didn't feel like I belonged to them. Like I was like, they already know each other, all of them. They talk to each other, and I was like just there sitting, like just listening.
Yeah. So wait a minute. Let's back up a little bit. First of all, you had the nerve and the courage to go and join a bunch of clubs where these people already knew because you wanted to meet other people. Let's talk about that, because I'm like, even if it didn't work out, I'm like sitting there going, man, I don't know that I have that much nerve, and I'm pretty nervy. So let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah,
This was still at Unisha Valley, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's it's like, wait a minute, let's dig into that.
Yeah. So I was like a senior year, and I was like, okay, so people are talking about college, and it's like, I didn't even think about it. I didn't think about my major, what I wanted to do, where I wanted to go. So, okay, let's just break it down. And I said to myself, like, okay, if you want to go where these people are going to go, you have to do like things, like just join like any associations, academies. Okay. So then I just started to sign up for everything I saw. Like everything. I was like, I was.
I'm laughing because it's like, I think that's a really good plan.
Yeah.
Personally, it's just like jump right in. So yes.
I saw for like scan me. Okay, I scan it. I fill it out. It didn't matter if I just like ended up there or not. I was like, just okay. I'm gonna do this because it's gonna just be the start of like forcing me to go. To just be there. So I started to sign up, and I started to, okay, this is like a Christian club, like I'm Catholic. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna sign it up for this. Okay, it doesn't matter. It's God. And then like it was called like CSF. I don't know, CFS, something like that. That you have to do volunteer and like sell things and all the stuff to get like a recognition or something like that. I ended up doing that. I didn't know what today I didn't know what it was about, but I was there like just selling candies and getting like firms and volunteered everywhere. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I met people there. I didn't talk them like a lot to them a lot, but like I knew them. Like if I had class with some of them, I will say like, oh, okay, I know these people, so I can ask questions to them. I also joined. I was like a TA at the office, principal's office. I think it was attendance. So I met new people there. I was like, okay, I just hear like about TA. I don't know what it's all about. I'm gonna be there, and they just like got me. I was like the attendance girl, and there was where I met like a lot of people, and I low key make more friends with the staff members than with the students. I was like friends with the secretary. I was friends with the like attendance girl, and I was just there. And I did a lot of things that I didn't know like I have the courage to do. I was just there.
So I first of all, I'm very impressed that you would have the nerve to do that, because it's like that would never have occurred to me, especially in high school. It's like I was too cool for it, and so I wouldn't have signed up for those things. And you were just like, no, I want to meet people. So I think that's awesome. So you went from YV, and how did you end up over here at DVC?
So because I wanted to do I signed up for everything. I remember when we were getting closer to like graduating and going to college, I remember that DVC goes out was there. So I just saw a flyer and I was like, oh, what is this? I'm gonna sign up, but I want to know what is this about. And then I asked my economics professor, like, do you know what this about? And he just said, like, I honestly don't have any idea, but you should just join them, because it's DVC, and it's, if you decide to go there, it's gonna help you. You're gonna meet people there. It's gonna go to DVC. And I just signed it up, and I was Diamante Scholars. So that's how I ended up here. Diamante was my first introduction to DVC. So I basically was like, okay, so what am I gonna do there? What it's all about? And then people told me because you join a little bit later, you have low chances to get into the universities. One, it's those that aspect, and then it's gonna be expensive. So I wasn't so familiar what the system will be. So we're like, okay, so maybe the best decision is just go to DVC, because it's going to be cheaper and it's going to be closer to home. And then, so when I signed it up for Diamante, I was like, okay, I don't know what is this about, but I'm going to meet people. When I went to the classes there, it was the introduction to college, to the fields, majors. And I was like, okay, maybe this is going to be for me, and maybe DVC is going to be the best option, the only option and the best option for me. So I took those classes, and it was pretty comfortable because there were people that I met there and I already knew. So it was okay, so I can ask questions and just go to the professor and ask her how it's going to be the process, right? And then after I finished the program, I just jump into DVC, because I already knew this is the only option, and I already knew this is going to be my path to get into the university.
Oh, yeah. Good. So you did the Diamante program there at YV, and you ended up here at DVC, right? And so that was a nice, easier transition.
Yeah.
So let's talk about all the stuff, because as I think we talked about it beforehand. But I mean, you're Puente, Diamante, you've got. So what are all the various programs that you're involved with?
I am Diamante Scholar, Puente Scholar, and I think right now it's pretty much it. EOPS,
Yeah. Well, I know EOPS is an amazing program.
Yeah. It has, actually, I just joined them last semester. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
talk a little bit about the support you get from those programs, and then we'll get on to the fun stuff.
Oh, so from Diamante, as I said, it was the very first introduction to what college will be. So it was pretty helpful, because I actually, before that, I was I'm not gonna get into college, because I just came here. I'm just fresh, mind refreshing. I don't know nothing about the language or any, like, I totally forget about everything, like math, biology, like chemistry, all the stuff. I just forget about it because I was like, it was online classes only. It has been like a year and a half since I was in like school in person, and now it's like I'm like totally refreshed. Like I'm a new person, and my mind is too. And so going there gave me like the option to, like, you know what, you're here right now, but you can go there too. Like you actually can go there. You actually can do this. I did a research about like universities, and it's like, okay, so these are the options. This is the financial aid. This is like, I learned a lot of things that I didn't know about it. Like it was so hard to understand them because I was like, okay, does this exist actually? And then like also exploring like the fields, like maybe you want to do this, but you want to work here. And it's like, okay, so they gave me like a little bit of introduction of what it will be my life. And then joining Puente was like, actually, they just like punched me into the real world. Like it sounds bad, but it isn't, because actually I'm so grateful that I joined them, because I was like, okay, I'm so nervous about this. How am I get through it? How am I like, if in high school I was like at a stage of my life that I couldn't like handle myself. How I'm gonna be in college? Like literally I'm gonna be alone. And then joining them, it was like, okay, we have all of these resources for you. We're going to give these resources to you, but also we're going to help you to go through it, to just like analyze things, to explore things. And it was like, okay. When I came here, the classes that Puente goes with, it's like English, counseling, and all the stuff. And in English, you have to do presentations, writings, readings, group projects. And I was like, okay, I've never done this like here in the country. So I had to do this. And now it was really helpful because I have the nerves, like the insecurities, but the program gave me like the tools to like, okay, you can do this, just go. Like they just punched me right there. Like you actually can do this. I remember my first year I was like literally shaking when I had to do presentation, because I was like, no, because they're gonna laugh at me. They're gonna say like, this girl doesn't know how to speak or something like that. And then they didn't. They actually like, you know what, you're good, but you should improve this. You should do this to like get better, to get more comfortable. And I was like, okay. So it wasn't that bad. I realized that it was actually like pretty good. And although I didn't like talk to many students, I feel like safe with them, because I knew that they wouldn't like make fun of me or say things that make me feel bad. Like they will say things that make me grow. So yeah, Puente did help me a lot, because also I had my counselor. So she's like, okay, you're going through this. Okay, let me help you. Let me give you the resources, and let's see how it's gonna like go. Okay, so how we're gonna fix this, or how you're gonna deal with this. And I was like, okay. So yeah, it was pretty helpful. Yeah.
Well, and I keep hearing that story about Puente and about Diamante constantly.
Yeah.
It's just the amount of support they give, because it really is. I mean, it can be, especially if you're the first person in your family that's going to college.
Yeah.
It can, to say it can be intimidating is an understatement. I mean, it is like it's. I came here back in the 80s, and it was. I mean, trying to sign up for college was weird compared to how it is now. But even so, it's like just trying to find your way around on the campus.
Yeah,
it is tough, you know.
Yeah, because I was like, I didn't want to repeat what I did in high school. Like I don't want to just stay there, just sitting there and see everybody just like speaking each other, like going out with people, and I was just there. I was like, no, I want to do different this time. I want to actually learn. I want to actually like meet people and learn from them, because I don't want to be just. I don't want to keep myself in that, like I would say, like a ball, like a crystal ball, because I was just keeping myself of nobody harming me or nobody like saying things that will harm me, because I was so vulnerable in those times that anything that people say, it will make me feel bad. Although I did it, I thought it was like, no, it's not personal. But in that stage, I was like, no, it's personal. It's hurting my mind, my mental health, and everything. And then so like having those two like reasons, like places to go, make me feel like more stronger in like college thing. Like made me feel like I did belong here. I could like get into college, universities, and although it was pretty hard at the beginning, then I just like get comfortable with them. And now, like at this point, I know where to go. I know if I ask any of the Diamante staff, I could go there and they're gonna happily help me, or the Puente staff, they're gonna help me too. So yeah.
So something that keeps striking me as we go through this conversation is you seem to have this want. How can I put this? You want more, regardless of how uncomfortable it's going to be.
Yeah.
Let's chat, because I find that amazing. Because usually people want to sit in their little cocoon. It's a warm bath. It feels good. You don't seem to want that. You want so much more. And so, yes, talk about that a little bit. Where does that come from?
So I believe it comes from my family. I grew up with my grandmother, so she always taught me to like, don't keep yourself. Like, don't keep your things yourself. Just like try to learn from others. Try to teach others what you know, and always welcome like all opinions. Also, I'm the first in my family, so she always said like, I want you to succeed. I want you to be the first in your family. I have a cousin, she's like older than me. Like she told us like, I want you guys to go there, to go out and be and succeed. Because I don't want you to like experience the same things I did, live where I have. So I think she has a lot to do with who I am today, because she has a long of story. So I think that motivated me to like go. Because I was like, when I was in Mexico, I already had planned everything. Sorry. So I was like before I came, I was like on like second year of high school. So I already know where university I wanted to go, what major I wanted to go. And I was like pretty excited because I was like already planning things. Like, okay, this is going to be the deadline for the exam for the application. Okay, so I'm going to get started. I'm going to get like done with this. And then when the pandemic happened, and then when I came here, I was like, okay, I don't know what to do anymore. So on that time, she passed away. My grandmother passed away. So when I came here, it was like, okay, it's all a new start. I don't have her anymore. I don't have like her motivation to like just bring me up. I was like, although I have my mom, because she's like with me right now, it's like basically she didn't know me like my grandma did. Like I was like, I don't have anybody to ask for an advice, for ask like what I have to do. Like just she was like the one that guided me through everything. So because of her, I knew what like major I wanted to major in. Because of her, I knew where I wanted to go. And not having her, it was like, what am I gonna do if I don't, like, nobody's telling me what to do? So I felt so lost. And then like when I realized that I actually had to do things, that my life didn't ended up like when she was gone, it was so hard to realize. But it was like, because of her and her memory, I have to do these things. Because of her, I'm here right now. Because I wanted to make her proud, even though she's in with me anymore. I want to show her that all she did, all she taught me, all the time she spent in my education did work. And I was like, okay, so if I want to if I want to make her proud, I have to do these things, like just jump into the world and do what she would like to like see. So that's when I realized that I had to like just go, and because she I will say like things aren't going to like get here in front of you. You have to go, and you have to reach out basically, because nothing is gonna be like putting right here to you in front. And I was like, okay. Then when I came to college, although I was lost, I was like, I always wanted to get an education, higher education, no matter what major, no matter where. That was my goal, because it was the goal of my grandma. So I was like, okay, let's just do this. Although the major I'm doing now, it's not the major that I wanted to do. It's like, okay, but I'm in higher education. I'm here already, and I'm gonna make it worth it. I'm gonna make it. Yeah, I'm gonna make it worth it.
Oh, cool. Well, it sounds like your grandmother had a really big impact on who you are, because you know, she's even now still pushing you forward, which is it's quite wonderful to have somebody like that in your life.
Yeah.
So you had a major that you had decided on in Mexico.
Yeah.
What was that?
I was doing medicine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I wanted to do like optometrician. Yeah. Because I was like, all my life I've been like wearing my glasses.
Mhm.
So it's like, okay, let's do this. Yeah. And like I spend a lot of time just going to the like clinic and see my eyes. And I was like, interesting. Yeah.
So what's your major now?
Business.
Okay. Do you know what direction you want to go with that, or you're still figuring that out?
I was like, my first plan after like high school, it was international business,
Mhm.
because I was like, okay, I like to learn about cultures, languages, other countries. And I was like, okay, maybe I can do this. And also because I wanted to help my family to like own business, family business. It was okay. Yeah, I can just do this to help them. Mm-hmm.
I could see you doing that, because, you know, first of all, you've mastered another language, you know, it's and adding a third or fourth language on there probably wouldn't be as hard as, you know.
Yeah, I was planning to do that, like
Oh,
to
good.
learn a new language. I was like, okay, just let me take a break of this right now. Just like keep learning English and all the grammar, and then I'm going to like.
Well, English
learn
grammar
English.
is awful.
Yeah. Not to say this, but like, yeah.
Well, it's just
Sometimes, like, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
And it's like you tell me like, I don't need, sometimes I don't even know what this means. And I'm like, okay, I feel like good, because it was like, okay. So
I've been at this a long time. I've been speaking English for a long time, and I'm still sometimes gonna go, all right. And I've got, thank goodness there's spell check and grammar, you know, Grammarly and all that stuff, because it's just, you know, so at this point, you've been here at DVC for how long?
2 years.
Okay.
2 years.
And you're looking beyond that. So are you looking to continue your education somewhere else, or?
Yeah, I'm planning to transfer hopefully next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if we had a crystal ball, and in a perfect world, where would you like to go?
Berkeley or San Jose State.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot of folks go to Berkeley, and a lot of folks I talk to do go to San Jose State. And I know a couple of businesses around here specifically recruit DVC alumni that ended up at San Jose State. So it's just, it's a good place to be.
Yeah. I would love to go to Berkeley, but they don't have like the international business major, bachelor's major.
Oh.
They just have master's program.
Okay.
San Jose does, I believe. If I'm not wrong, I've been doing research, and they do have the major for bachelor's. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
For undergrad. Yeah.
Okay.
So probably San Jose will be like the best option for my major.
So what's the next year look like for you?
Ooh.
Because you're still here for another year.
Yeah.
Getting ready. You have any clubs you're involved with? Or?
Right now, yeah. Well, this last semester, I was involved in Dreamers Club.
Mm-hmm.
So it was my first touch to a club, because it was like, I'm an officer there. So it was like, I'm not just a member, I'm an officer here. And I'm planning to join other clubs as just a member. Just a member. Yeah. I'm also planning to like volunteer some places. It's like I had a lot of like free time, so I want to do like something in my free time.
Yeah. Well, I always tell people check out the Cheese Club.
Oh yeah, last semester I had the opportunity to go to the meetings, but I saw a lot of folks there just handle flyers and say just go there. And I was like, okay.
It's really popular. It's one of my favorites just because it's kind of not real focused on anything, but geez, it's fun.
Yeah, I was like,
and they're very organized. They do a great job, and they've got some great officers in there, and the whole thing. I mean, it's a lot of fun. I mean, we have amazing clubs here at DVC that are just.
I was just like looking for clubs that I could like join, and I saw the list a bunch of clubs, and I was like, oh my god, how do students get into this? Like they're so smart, and it's like, okay, there are clubs that are like, what it is. And then you go there and it's like, okay, it's actually pretty interesting and funny sometimes.
So we're going to get back to it because see, again, you have that, and I have a feeling you got this from your grandma. Is she pushed you into go have some nerve, go out there and do it?
Yeah, because I haven't. As I said, I was transitioning from things like Mexico. I remember I was a top student. I went to like contests like reading contests. I was a top. I proudly say that I was like everywhere, and my grandma went with me. Like she was like, "You want to do this? Okay, let's go." I don't know how. I don't know, like, because she didn't drive, so sometimes these events were happening like far from home. So she will say like, "It doesn't matter. We're going there. Like we're gonna see how we get there." So when I was like in elementary school, I went in a lot of those activities, and she was always there, and she didn't like tell me like, no, you're doing this wrong, or maybe you should do another things. She was always like, no, you're doing great. You didn't do better, you didn't do well, but you can do other things where you can get better. And she was like always like saying me like, just you want to go there, just go. Like don't be afraid of work, because you're gonna end up there. Like no matter what, no matter how, you're gonna end up like in the field that you want. And it was growing up, it was like interesting having her like there, just seeing her around and just like being cheering on me. It was like so motivating, and so I was so happy like just to see her. I couldn't see my mom, but she was there. And it was like, okay, yeah. She got a lot of like impact on those activities.
Well, it's not just the activities. It's just that you have that one voice that always, oh no, don't do that, and yet you have your grandmother's voice going, no, go sign up for it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Which listen to your grandmother.
Yeah. She was like a word I'm saying in Spanish, like si se quiere se puede. If you want, you can. And she always said that. She always said like, no matter if the things that you want to do are so big or so small, you can do it. If you want to do it, you can do it because you are capable of doing things. You just have to believe in yourself. You just have to put effort into it, of course, because if you're just wondering it's going to happen, no. You actually put effort on it and it's going to happen. But if you want to do it, you put effort and you can do it. And it was like I was so like in my mind to go and do things as I'm doing it right now, because it was like, okay, she said that, so if she said, she was like so smart, and I was like, I will say to her like, you are so smart, and so like, I don't know, you have a lot of things to do to say, that if you say something, I'm believing you. Like if even if it is something like wrong or false, I'm a believing you. Yeah. So yeah.
She sounds like an amazingly wise woman.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So now comes the one I forgot to tell you about this before we started. So I always ask somebody, so if you could go back and give one piece of advice to your younger self, what would you tell that person?
Ooh, I would say keep doing what you are doing with love, and don't like tell yourself that you cannot do it, because you are actually here. And if you are here, it's because you have something that you had to give to this situation, this person. I will say, like, especially to my like 3-year like back, like when I was 16, like, don't be afraid of what people think, because no one has like the right to tell you what to do, what you are. So just be yourself, and don't just get over people. Like, just accept what it's good for you and don't take it personally.
That is really good advice. I bet you got that from your grandmother.
Yeah. Like, right now, whatever people say to you, don't take it personally, because I believe like people had their own troubles, and maybe sometimes they can just get a little bit mad and just tell you something, but it doesn't mean anything. If you take it, it does. But if you just are there and understand others' struggles, it is not personal for you.
Well, great. Well, I really appreciate you coming in today.
Right.
This has been wonderful. I like this. And you don't apologize for your English. It's actually wonderful.
Wow.
So it's just, again, like I said, I think before we started, I told you, it's just like, look, I'm still working on my English and your second language, and you're going to go attack a few others. You're going to be fine.
Yeah.
So yeah,
right.
you did really, really well. I
Thank
appreciate it. And I really admire your grandmother. And I think she was, you were very, very fortunate to have a person like that in your life.
I am to have her memory and all the things she taught me.
Yeah. Great. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. It was nice to be here.
Yep.
Just reach out for help. Don't just stay around. DVC has a lot of things, like amazing things to do with the students, with parents, with people with kids. So don't be afraid of doing this.
You know what? I keep forgetting to tell people that, because that's the thing. That's the thing that I was amazed when I got here and started working here at DVC recently. So like years ago, I worked outside the community and was trying to get connected to DVC, and I never realized at that time, and especially now, it's just the huge number of opportunities to get help.
Yes.
To either get into college or get the help, or, I don't speak English as a first language. Great. Come on in. We can help you here. Sit down at this desk. We will get you set up. We have a whole international office that does amazing things.
Yes.
And we have Puente, which I keep hearing.
Yes, learning communities are the best thing that can happen to DVC.
Yes.
To students in DVC, yeah.
Yeah, and if you don't think you belong to a learning community, you belong to that one.
To that one, or to any other clubs, or
Yeah, go
anywhere.
plug yourself in.
Yeah, just go there. Don't be afraid of what people are going to say. People are always going to just give an opinion about everyone, because that's what we human do.
Yeah.
Like, just give an opinion there, just drop it right there. But it doesn't mean it's actually for you. If you identify yourself with this opinion, okay, maybe you should like just get a little bit of help or talk with somebody.
All right. Well, thank you very much. We're going to end it on that. And I think that's a great place to end it, because it's like, I keep forgetting to tell people like on the podcast, it's like, go ask for help.
Yes.
And that's true beyond DVC. It's just go ask a friend.
Yeah. There is going to be always one person that is going to direct, like, got you where you have to go.
Yep.
So, yeah.
All right.
Thank you for tuning in to DVC Alumni, where every story inspires the next, the podcast for the DVC Alumni Association. You can contact us at alumni@dvc.edu with any comments, and be sure to leave a like and subscribe to our podcast.